to help you be better that day, help all those children come home and not even have to care that there might have been a serious traffic incident uh, almost occurring near them.
And if a child sees a bus and they're running late, they're going to be running to
Absolutely.
get on the bus.
Absolutely.
And back years and years ago on 220 up in Iron Gate, a little girl ran out between two cars to go to get the bus.
Yeah.
And oncoming traffic didn't see her.
Yeah.
And there was an accident.
Yeah.
But we just want everybody to be careful and have a wonderful start to schools. I know I've had some Dr. Sears on, I've had Tim and Dr. Johnson on talking about different things that really haven't, the new cell phone policy, but
Right.
and the new dress code. So, and they'll be back to talk about absenteeism. We want everybody to be well and be in school.
Sure.
I didn't want to miss, I was afraid I'd miss something. I wanted to
that's
be
true.
there. My senior year, I didn't miss a day.
Goodness, that's
Well, I didn't want to
awesome.
miss anything.
That's I can see that in you. I believe that is correct.
All right.
Well, you're going to see a lot of attention already, not just after this program, but you'll see a lot of attention on our website and our Facebook page, Standing Watch, pertaining to back to school. We put a lot of emphasis in that and getting out to the media as we're doing this morning. You can never spread that message enough. So thank you for giving us that platform.
Oh,
this morning.
absolutely.
So upcoming stuff, you mentioned when we got to the studio today about the Ag Fair. So you'll probably have something else to add into this, but I am just reminding the viewers this morning that the Ag Fair starts on Wednesday, August 14th, I believe, is the first day, but the real build-up is the following day. Be a lot of registration going on the first day and setting up and so forth. But for the most part, it is like the 15th through the 17th or something like that.
14th through the 17th.
Yeah, 14th is
Wednesday.
still a Wednesday. Yeah. Okay. So you'll be seeing a lot of activity on Sontag Road at the Franklin County Recreation Park in Sontag. And the Ag Fair is always a great and interesting thing to go to. It is a lot about tradition and people with knowledge are passing that tradition on. And you're talking about seeing public safety equipment. You'll see equipment at the Ag Fair you didn't see at National Night Out,
Right.
I can tell you. But we are always a part of that, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, in many facets. We have our patrol units there. We'll have our auxiliary officers there. And behind the scenes, we have our inmate trustee program heavily involved. We have a large segment of incarcerated gentlemen that wish to be productive again. They wish to be active. They don't want to just sit. And they go through a vetting process and become part of our trustee program. And we have a certain segment of those that are allowed to go out and do work. People say, I need trash picked up on my highway, on the road. Well, that's who can do it. County's big, and it's only a force of 4 or 5 of them. So we can't work miracles, but we can help with that. But anytime we have a large event, just like National Night Out, that crew under the direction of Deputy William Martin was fabulous. They worked the event from the standpoint of helping set up, helping tear down, clean up, trash disposal. They did a marvelous job, and they'll be there again at the Ag Fair working that. So we'll have multi-headed facet of participation from the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, and that will be a traffic awareness issue also.
Right.
We'll put up signage, our mobile sign and so forth, to let people know we're getting information out. You're helping get information out on the Ag Fair, so that will help us just remind the residents to slow down, don't be distracted during this event, because you'll have people obviously slowing down to come into the park, slowing down traffic as they exit the park, and so just be aware.
And there'll be people gawking to see what they can see what's going on.
Yes, I will say that there will at least be one.
No, I'm going. I'm
Okay,
going.
now I'm sure there's gonna be one.
No, I'll get my little buggy out, and because my class reunion is Saturday, so we always go down for a little while and then
Yes,
get back in time to go over to Clifton Forge to, Lord, I don't even know how many years I've been out of school, but we have a school-wide alumni because some of the classes are so small.
mhm,
So, 4 or 5 people might show up, but I always try to go. It's always good to see people, and some
yes,
people, you may not see anymore, so we never know year to
sadly,
year.
sadly.
All right, we got something else coming up the next weekend.
Well, we want to remind now, things like the Ag Fair, and we're gonna talk about the Boone's Mill Apple Festival, we'll tag just a little bit right here on the Ferrum Blue Ridge Festival that takes place each year on campus of Ferrum College. These events, the Office of the Sheriff just participates in. It's not an event that we lead or control or set up. We're just asked to participate from a law enforcement standpoint. And so we do want to talk about the Boone's Mill Apple Festival because in the last couple of years, there's been a change of date and a timing of when they do this. It used to be in September. This year, it is Saturday, August the 24th. So it's been moved to the last Saturday in August, I think. It's what they did last year, and they're doing it again this year. So it's coming up, and we just want to remind everyone that is familiar with what that will be. Boone's Mill is a town along the 220 corridor right as you enter Roanoke County. And it is the same size today as it was 50 years ago. And there will be a lot of people at this event. There will be some traffic issues, nothing of a calamity nature, but there will be a lot of signage, a lot of advertisement leading up to this. And on the day of the event, if you're going to Roanoke and you're not stopping at the Boone's Mill Apple Festival, then once again, you must be prepared for some delay. Add some time in your schedule. The Virginia State Police handle the traffic on 220, which always includes pedestrians. So you coordinated event.
Thank you.
I got to talk to so many great people that have known you, and they told me so many great things about you. Let me go ahead and turn the sheet over. Okay, so number one.
I was wondering what you were going to say. They told you.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that later.
I mean, there was, my girlfriend was there. We met in 5th grade. So
Yeah.
we have been friends for a long time. She probably could fill you in on a lot of things.
Well, I tell you what, it was a great group of people there, and they were honoring a very special person. And I agree with that statement 100%.
Well, you did notice the crown that said officially retired.
Yes, yes, I saw that.
Oh, man.
And pictures were taken and stories were told. But it was a wonderful afternoon, and I was just tickled to be a part of that. Thank
Well,
you.
thank
for that.
you for coming. You know, it's so weird. Of course, school hasn't started yet, but
Oh, wait, what?
I said school hasn't.
Look right in the camera and tell those children that.
What? It was
That
weird. I'm
School hasn't started yet.
Not yet, but we're on it, on its way. And see, I don't have to go. Look at him getting up close to me. I don't have to go this year until January. They make you stay home for 6 months. But after January 1, you might see my face out there. I might be substituting in your classroom. I
Oh.
used to do that
Yeah.
before I started to work full time for the school system. I subbed at the high school.
Joyce, you're not going to sit down and stay at home.
No.
Don't try to even tell people that.
There's a sign. There's a sign that I'm got to go pick up, and I told them I was going to come last week and get it. Forgot to go get it. Live with a purpose.
Yes,
If you don't have a purpose, and especially when you retire, you just can't sit down.
that's right.
And I'll just be honest with you, I don't think I have sat down one day. My time was official July 1. I have done one batch of pickles. I have canned tomatoes. I got another batch. I might smell like oil of cinnamon and oil of clove, although I did have a shower. But you feel like you get it up to your elbows
Yeah.
when you're working with these pickles.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my second batch of 14-day pickles, and people say, "Oh, I love your pickles. I want a jar." They don't know how much work
Yeah.
goes into these pickles. Your grandmother probably made these pickles.
Yeah,
And people are thrilled to get a jar that people are our age, because this is a dying art.
sure.
So I've got crocks, and so I don't know which one of my kids is going to take over doing this. My daughter in Florida said she wanted to learn how, and I sent her the recipe. And so you don't have to have a crock. You can do it in
Oh, sure.
an enamel canner,
Right.
but it's got to be either enamel or glass
Yeah,
or
not,
crock.
yeah,
No,
not
not
metal.
plastic.
Yeah.
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 But
absolutely.
they're wonderful, and it makes my chicken salad taste wonderful.
There you go.
Well, thank you
But it
so
was
much.
a great day, and it was an honor and well deserved, I can say that.
Well, after 22 years in one job,
That's
but
good
you know
stuff.
what? It was fun. My job was fun. I made
Yeah.
it fun.
Yeah,
And if anything that you can make fun, it's a pleasure to go and do.
that's true.
So,
Yeah.
and I mean, there were times when teachers would come in and they need a hug. Not so much hug kids, and sometimes they even need a hug. You're not probably allowed to do that anymore,
Yeah.
but just things would go on. I come out from behind my desk and give them a hug, because they just, I mean, teachers go through things too.
Yeah.
Even dying of a pet, that's like their
Oh, yeah,
child.
yeah.
So, but it was fun. And I
Yeah.
always spoke of my teachers as family. We were not a faculty.
Yeah,
And I told people that came to work there, and the girl that took my place, I said, "You will love it here, because we're all family."
yes. Yep, I can understand that.
And in
very
other
much.
schools, that may be that way too, but it was at the Giroux Center.
Yeah,
And Mr.
True.
Giroux was so perturbed he didn't get to come. But we're still going to party. I just have got things going on.
absolutely.
I've got, this coming weekend is, what am I doing Saturday? The Ag Fair. And then we're going to my class reunion.
Mm.
Then the next weekend, I'm going to be telling about what's coming up on the 24th. Is the plays at Ferrum College.
Yes.
I got tickets last night for that. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But thank you, HL, for
Thank
coming
you.
this morning. I got a few announcements. I want to tell you what's going to be coming up, some of the events at the Ag Fair. So we're going to take a short break. Fill up your coffee cup, and it's so warm in here, you might need some orange juice or ice water this morning. But anyway, we'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to Rise and Shine. So thank you so much for staying with us. We do want to talk a little bit about the Ag Fair. Well, let's see, coming up even before the Ag Fair, teachers will be back to school on the 15th. Children will be back on the 22nd. So they won't be in school yet when the Ag Fair goes on. But it is starting on the 14th. They will have the opening at 4:45 on August 14th, and it will run from 5 o'clock in the evening to 10 o'clock at night. Then, today, if you're going to enter something, a canned good, a baked good, you're sewing, whatever you're going to enter in the fair, you can do that today. I read in one place from 1 to 8 and another place from 2 to 8. So if you're there between 2 and 8 o'clock, you can enter whatever you want to, but that has to be taken down there to the large picnic shelter today. Now, on Wednesday, they're going to have cow bingo. And if you don't know what that is, they put numbers all out on the field, then they turn a cow loose, and whatever number you have, if that cow decides to go to the bathroom on that number, then you win. I haven't gotten a ticket on that yet, but I'll have to do that. Then Friday, it's going to kind of be a rodeo. They're going to have the bull down there to see how long people can stay on the bull. And Kevin invited me to come down and try that out. Not sure Peg and I are going to do that, but you never know. You never know. They're going to have food vendors there. They're going to have kettle corn. Now, it is $10 for the rides. You get an armband. From 0 to 5, they're free to get in. Now, you know what? It's $10 for the rides, but I don't know if he told me how much it costs for people to get in. From 6 to 17, it is $5, and from 65 and up, it's free. And it's $10 to get in for everybody else, but it is $10 for the rides. I don't know if that's $10 in addition. I'll have to find that out, and I'll let you know that on Wednesday. I'll check that out. Okay, but we will, coming up this week on Friday, they're going to start the fish fries back at Ferrum College. You know, they did that last year. They have changed food vendors, and the Metz family is doing the vending. So, and they will have a station for people that have allergies, like gluten intolerant. That is something new that they're adding this year, and that is from 4:30 to 8 o'clock Friday evening at 445 Fairmount Road. Gosh, I've got that memorized from doing that all last year. On August the 15th, there's going to be a business after hours at Hawaiian Fluid Art at 13840 Booker T. Washington, and it's from 5 to 7 p.m. Join us at Hawaiian Fluid Art for an eventful evening of great food, drinking, and networking. Ooh, goodness, that does sound interesting. Had some ladies on last week that was telling us about a community Bible study that's going to be starting on September the 3rd. This is going to be from 10:30 to 12:30. It starts on a Tuesday, September the 3rd, and they will have childcare for 0 to 12. If you need to bring your child with you to come to the Bible study, they will be accommodated and have things for the children too. They're going to be studying the book of Matthew. This is non-denominational, and it's going to run for 30 weeks. And this is free, and they've got other areas too, and she sent it to me, and I will announce that on Wednesday. Don't forget the farmers market up in Ferrum on Thursday evenings. And if your kids practice, they've got soccer practice or whatever, this is geared so you can go in the evening. So it's kind of in the evening. I'm not sure, I can't remember the times, but if you go around 5 o'clock, they'll be there. How about that? Okay, let's see what's coming up. And next year, April the 12th, they're going to have the Moonshine Festival, and that's going to be a big thing. That's something new that is going to be starting up, and we will hear more about that later. Let's see, that is going to be sponsored by the Moonshine Capital Heritage Foundation. Robin Altus was here, and she's the owner now of the Claiborne House, and she says lots of times people will come and stay there, and because this is the Moonshine Capital, and they want someplace to go to see memorabilia or maybe to buy a T-shirt, so they've got a house. She and Beth Graham are working together on this, and they've got a house they're going to fix up with memorabilia and things. And that will be incoming in the future. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, we've talked about the Ag Fair, then the Apple Festival will be on August the 24th, and we'll tell you more about that later when we get more information. Now, August the 13th, which is tomorrow, there is a program up at Phoebe Needles, Friardale, The Missing Town, and Moonshine Murders. There is a cost to go. It is $12 if you are a member at Phoebe Needles, and it's $20 because lunch is included. This is going to be the 13th from 9:30 to 12 p.m., but you must register. So you would have to get in touch with them so they would have proper seating and food for you. If you're going to go into expecting lunch, you want it to be there. So you do have to register. And it's very important, even when you're invited to a party and somebody puts RSVP on it, it means, let me know you're coming, please, because you have to have a head count to prepare the food. Okay. Well, I think that is all I've got for you this morning, but thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back on Wednesday, and we're going to have, let me think, who do I have Wednesday? Oh, somebody from the town. They'll probably be telling us about the festival that's coming up in September. So join us again on Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and you all have a great day. And stay, I don't know, it's supposed to be in the 80s. We got the weatherman back there. It's going to be hot today, so prepare for that. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you soon.